Andrea Salcedo, who's a reporter for the Washington Post, messaged Lisa Steadman from her Facebook page. Hi, Lisa. My since condolences. That's a typo. I'm an overnight reporter with the Washington Post who recently private messaged you. Thank you in advance. And God, reporters are ghouls, aren't they? Doing all this obituary stuff. Welcome to episode 62 of the Doomed Planet Obituary Podcast. Today we're going to be looking at the life of Ron Steadman. That's right, Lisa's husband, Ron, died of COVID. And if you want to know why, it's because they were unvaccinated. Lisa's Facebook profile picture is of she and Ron above a Trump 2020 logo. God. Sick.
We have it totally under control.
We think we have it very well under control.
We pretty much shut it down.
It looks like Andrea Salcedo is on the COVID beat for the Washington Post, and she has quite a few stories about COVID deniers getting sick and, like Ron Steadman, dying. He put off getting vaccinated. Now he's in the ICU pleading for others to avoid his mistake. She has a lot of stories like that. Firefighter lying about having COVID to get time off. Mom of 4 who died of COVID days after her husband makes one final wish. So sad. But you know what's not sad is when complete homicidal idiots die because they don't get vaccinated. I mean, I understand there's some hesitation. This is a horrifying epidemic and the vaccine is brand new, but yeah, it has been tested on millions and millions of people. Seems to work quite well. And maybe these anti-vaxxers who cross over with right-wing fucknuts, Bible-thrashing fundamentalists, and Trump chuds, that group, there's a Venn diagram that's just a circle. Those are all the same people. And cops, maybe. Cops in Seattle resistant to getting vaccinated or at least admitting it. Insane psychopaths. I mean, we live in a crazy world right now. I think some people are no smarter than animals. I mean, even a beaver knows how to do water management and make a house. Even a fucking insect like a wasp knows how to build a beautiful house out of paper and raise its children and survive. And yet these chuds, these fundamentalist, Trump-loving, right-wing, racist scum chuds, cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers, they're killing themselves. This is actually good news. You know, voter suppression is one thing. That's a chud thing. Voter elimination of right-wing voters is happening. And the story of what happened to Lisa Steadman's husband, Ron, that's not unique. That's happening everywhere. These chuds are dropping off like flies. And it's almost good.
The coronavirus. And this is their new hoax.
From the Miami Herald, August 26, 2021. That's yesterday. She had COVID in a Florida hospital. Back home, she found her husband dead of COVID. There's a picture of Ron and Lisa. They're overweight, middle-aged white people, not particularly attractive. Lisa Steadman spent more than a week inside Winter Haven Hospital battling COVID-19. She felt awful. I thought I was going to die. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't stop throwing up. It's like you don't have no bones in your body, she told Fox 13. But then the 58-year-old Polk County, Florida woman faced the worst experience when she was finally able to go home. There, she found her husband, Ron, dead in their bedroom.
He always wore his mask. He always used his hand sanitizer.
Ron Steadman, 55, had tested positive for the novel coronavirus before his wife got her own result. He was treated at a walk-in clinic and sent home with meds because he wasn't in distress or anything. It was just like he had a bad cold, Steadman told WFLA News Channel 8. So I guess the Miami Herald is just cribbing this story from News Channel 8, whatever, and we're cribbing it from everybody. When Steadman returned home after 8 days in the hospital on August 18th, she found her husband. According to WFLA, the couple's dogs were near starved of food and water. Oh, that makes me sick, you dumb bastards. Ron's doctor, dogs suffering provokes deep emotions in people. It's almost weird, more so than human suffering, but if you have COVID, you need to tell your neighbor that they need to check up on you so your dogs don't starve. And then, if he had dachshunds, I guess he didn't. They'll just eat him. Maybe that's what his wife should have come home to seeing is his dogs eating, her dogs eating her husband.
It was just like walking into a horror scene. It's just been horrible.
58-year-old Lisa Steadman thought she was through the worst of it. She and her husband, Ron, both got diagnosed with COVID-19 in early August.
I was in the hospital for 8 days. Every day I talked to him.
Ron was never hospitalized, but instead was home taking care of the dogs while Lisa was gone.
Ron's doctor told his wife he had died from COVID-related complications, Fox 13 reported. I can't get that picture out of my mind. I wish I never would have found him like that, she told WFLA. Neither of the Steadmans were vaccinated.
And 5 million within a month, I doubt we'll need anywhere near that.
It's something that we have tremendous control of, and I think we're going to win faster than people think, I hope. Parts of our country are very lightly affected.
You're going to lose a number of people to the flu, but you're going to lose more people by putting a country into a massive recession or depression.
Both of us felt that it hadn't been tested enough yet. Now, after being in the hospital and talking with my doctor, when I am able to take it, I will in September, Steadman told WFLA. It's so stupid. How fucking stupid are people? Lisa Steadman, dog lover, and also person with a public Facebook page. Her last post was from 3 hours ago. It's of a very cute Chihuahua. It's a repost. And just found this little Chihuahua around Lake Stella. No collar, but okay. You sick witch. Okay, here's a picture of Lisa's 3 dogs. Our little ones! ! And they look like little mixed breed Chihuahuas. They don't look like they were recently almost starved to death because they're trapped with a dead guy in her house. They look actually strangely plump. Maybe there's more to this story. Maybe this Washington Post reporter should look into whether these dogs ate this guy. Lisa has 2 posts here that are just of the TV on her dresser, and she's just filming the TV, local TV news, playing the story of her tragic experience with COVID that resulted in the death of her idiot husband. It looks like they started their relationship in 2015 and got married in October 2017. There are a lot of comments that show like the praying hands emoji and God bless you, praying for you. Your tears break my heart. I wish I could relieve your pain. So sorry for your loss. And then there are a few trolls on there that she hasn't found. There's one, it's a picture, a meme of 2 Trump chuds, and they're wearing a t-shirt that says Trump, Trump, fuck your feelings. And then the cartoon balloon says, please respect our feelings during this difficult time. I mean, this poor woman, social media is so sick. It's really, It allows people like me to just go into this woman's life, but she's got it out there. I mean, someone could tell her, make your Facebook page friends only or private. And she does have some idiot friends. Who the hell could laugh at this? You all need a quick visit from Karma. And Cindy Lynn says, vaccinated still got COVID. I know several. Oh no, vaccinated still get COVID. She's a denier who hasn't been vaccinated. I know several, one in the hospital on a respirator who was vaccinated. So there's, the anti-vax shit is still on this dumb woman's page. Who is heartless enough to put laughing emojis? My prayers are with you, Lisa. I would be if I had commented on this page. I guess I could, using one of my fake Facebook accounts, but no. Okay, Lisa posted 2 days ago, well, I didn't get put back in the hospital. Blessings to the Lord for that. But, so she's so stupid that she believes in a work of fiction written in the pre-scientific world. It's like an ancient, weird Harry Potter bullshit thing. But because my immune system is so worn down, I have a bladder and kidney infection, along with a dry cough, bacterial infection, and a virus in my mouth that has my mouth full of ulcers. Lots of meds to get rid of all this, but I'm home. I wish I could see the light at the end of the tunnel with all this sickness. This surely is not me. But it is you, Lisa. You did this to yourself. And also you're a hater. Anyone who openly advocates for Donald fucking Trump is a racist chud hater. So Lisa Steadman, fuck you. This is sick that you have to suffer like this with this horrible disease. Purely 100% preventable, all this fucked up shit that has happened to you, you dumb fuck. Of course, Lisa wants money to help pay for her mistakes and idiocy. Help Lisa's Memorial/Loss fundraiser for Lisa Steadman. $3,699 raised of the $5,000 goal. 84 people donated and 737 invited. She invited all her Facebook friends. Good day, everyone. My name is Lisa Burgett Steadman, and I am overwhelmed with my citation. In case any of you have not heard, on Wednesday, I came home from the hospital and found my husband, Ronald Steadman, had passed away due to COVID-related problems. Those are bad problems to have. Personally, I had been in the hospital for 8 days.
Lisa says neither of them had received a COVID-19 vaccine, not because they were against it, only because they wanted to wait.
I had been in the hospital for 8 days trying to recover from COVID and a blood infection through my body from diverticulitis. Okay, so she might have, I know she's morbidly obese and she might have some other health problems, pre-existing conditions. It's been a month since I've been able to work, so of course all this is taking a toll on me. I had spoken to Ron every day in the hospital when I was in there, and on Monday I couldn't get a hold of him. So I had police go by our home and check on him. He was fine, but had like a bad cold, according to them. He had been having problems with his phone not staying charged. So on Tuesday, I never got a hold of him, and I thought, okay, his phone finally took a dive. I was released from the hospital on Wednesday at 6:30 in the evening, and I Ubered home and walked into a nightmare. I got into the house. Again, this is Lisa Steadman is describing her ordeal in her fundraiser. This would make a good TV movie. Do they still have those? I got into the house, and sitting in a chair by our bedroom door, I heard the doggies that we have in there with him. I never heard him. I scooted the chair to the door, opened it up, and found Ron had passed away. He had been there, we are figuring, since Monday. Do we having like the black flies covering the windows and stuff at that point? Or is he decomposing? God, the dogs were almost gone from lack of food and water. I got them taken care of as I was on the phone with 911. Along with losing him, go to hell, by the way. There isn't a hell, but go to a bad place where they poke you with hot pokers and stuff and you're naked if you allow dogs to suffer like that. Along with losing him, and because he had started decomposing, and I thought I was being morbid. Florida laws would not let me go into the house until I had a hazmat crew could come and remove all the stuff in our bedroom. The cost for this is unreal, starting at $3,000. But really, that's what it costs to take out a decomposing corpse that has stained your mattresses? But because I have great friends, I had one find me a place locally that did it for $1,000. But still having to come up with these expenses along with his funeral expenses, and I had to stay at a hotel for 3 nights till I got somebody in here to take care of the room. It's just absolutely a nightmare. Your husband dies of a preventable disease, and he starts decomposing, and the dogs are either eating him or getting ready to eat him. That's a nightmare? Wow. Jeez. So never normally would I do something like this, but I could really use help. I know that God is with me, and without his strength, I wouldn't have made it through this far. I couldn't even get into the bedroom to get all the information to finish with the funeral home. Finally, yesterday I did. Not that you need to know all this stuff, but get a full view of what I'm going through has to be said. Again, it is a living nightmare. All the money I will receive... She's so entitled. She will receive money. Will go towards all the expenses that I have incurred during this and not being able to work. Plan, if you're not going to get vaccinated, you should plan in advance for this shit. God. You know what you want to fear more than anything in this world? And I keep saying this over and over on the podcast. Ignorance. Because people that stupid, dumb enough to support Donald Trump, dumb enough to not get vaccinated, they'll do anything.
It was just like walking into a horror scene. It's just been horrible.
I will not be able to work for at least 2 more weeks, and then we'll slowly go back to it. If you have any questions, feel free to, there's her phone number. God, if I was a more cruel person, I'd be calling her, but I'm guessing this story kind of went viral, so she's getting a lot of phone calls, and it's what I call negative attention, or it's sort of Munchausen's syndrome by proxy of COVID. Like you're getting, something bad happens and you want to get attention from it. Yeah, maybe she was the one that convinced her husband not to get the vaccination, and then by proxy, she actually had him, homicided him. This poor woman. And it sounds to me like she had pre-existing horrible health problems. Now she's going to have long COVID. It's almost a grim grift, this Lisa Steadman fundraiser. And then, she's like posting to the fundraising page, "Back at the ER, Lord help me through this." And she's like, I had a breakdown today, just everything catching up with me, and my breathing is really bad today. Lord, give me strength and guidance to get through this mess and life circumstance. It's just a life. This could have happened to anyone, the COVID, anyone who's not vaccinated. It's up to the Lord. And then Lynn Cassidy comments, "Lisa, praying for you right now." Yeah, that does a lot of good. When I lost my oldest son to suicide, after I tried giving him breath from my own lungs, I hyperventilated for months. I have learned to do what I call breath prayers. Breathe out anything negative you're feeling. Breathe in Jesus or the Holy Spirit. Well, there's your fucking COVID cure right there. Breath prayers. Breathe out anything negative like that COVID, just when you're going to be all better. Here's Ron's obituary, presumably written by his widow, Lisa, or maybe she had some help. Ronald James Steadman, 56, of Winter Haven, Florida, passed away on August 11th at his home from COVID-19 related issues. He was born in New Bedford, Massachusetts in 1965. He's survived by his wife that resides in their family home in Winter Haven. Survived by siblings and spouses. He's a member of the St. George Catholic Church and a member of the Heaven Bound Free Will Baptist Church. They have a Facebook page, and if you look on Google Earth, the Heaven Bound Free Will Baptist Church is a very tiny, nondescript brick building with a door and 2 windows at the entrance. If you go to this fucknut church's Facebook, there's tons of video and photos. Not a single person is wearing a mask ever in any of them, going back a year. So Ronald was a welder after high school, and then he went to the University of Massachusetts and got a degree in mechanical engineering. So, the American dream. If you knew Ronald, you knew that sense of humor he had, and loved listening to music while driving. Weird Al and a huge Grateful Dead fan. Only Ron. Yeah, that's dying of COVID when you're unvaccinated. That's real fucking funny, Ron. And another thing, if in my obituary, when I pass over to Jesus, if someone writes that I am a huge Grateful Dead fan, I will come back to life like Jesus, but more like kind of a desiccated zombie, and find that person and hurt them. Ronald was also an avid metal detector fan. He became president of the metal detecting club at the Cape. He enjoyed yard sailing, grabbing up old fishing gear and old tools to refurbish. Ronald was a definite family man. He took his PP and godson crabbing and fishing as often as weather permitted. He enjoyed traveling anywhere there was water, but Cancun, Mexico was his spot. Sunning, fishing, canoeing. He's just this average guy, other than, the weird right-wing fundamentalist Christian chud ideology. He's just a normal guy. Ronald was a ballroom dancer. That tall man could take anyone for a good spin. He would always be the first to help anyone. He was a faith-following, family-oriented, most kind and humble person. A service will be held August 21st at the Heaven Bound Free Will Baptist Church in Lakeland, Florida. There will be a gathering and a dinner immediately following the service. One could imagine that they won't be wearing masks. When your husband dies of COVID, it's time to sell the 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee, as Lisa Steadman wants to do. One owner, $4,000 or best offer. Always kept up with oil changes and other maintenances. The front license plate is the "Don't Tread on Me" snake and slogan. Fucking chuds. Wow. So after her husband died, she's on Facebook and she posts to a friend, "Krista, I can see you all hooking up some of these for fall. Those Chuck Cutteries are great." And it's like there's a hockey mask, horror movie plate of cookies, and then there's this like salami plate that is like a realistic human skull covered in meat with olives for eyes, like similar to what her husband looked like when she walked in on him after being in the hospital with COVID. So the people have no sense of self-awareness, definitely no sense of privacy, absolutely no class consciousness, and no taste, no anything. This person is a void. They're just going through life really like the zombie skull on that cake. From my heart, I ask all of you, family and friends of Facebook, please, let's make, all caps, a prayer chain. I don't even want to know what that is. For all those affected by COVID-19 is a prayer request, so please put it on your wall, even if it's for a moment. I would do it for you. We ask you, Lord, please restore health to the sick. Have mercy on all of us. May God place a hedge of protection around you. That's what a COVID hedge. That's it. That's all you need. And God can do that. God. Forgive me, listeners of the Doom Planet Obituary podcast, for going down this chud rabbit hole. God, this woman and her dead husband, they're so fat. I mean, they are morbidly obese. God.
Magic mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land?
You're the fairest in the land. You're the fairest in the land.
Going back in time to when Ron was alive, August 9th. Asking for prayers, of course, for myself. Other than being in the hospital with COVID, I'm contending with body-wide diverticulitis. Looks like I'm not getting out any time before Wednesday. I could use the prayers as well as Ron because he's at home with COVID trying to get well. Just wanted to get to the inevitable Trump chuddery that's going to be on any right-wing person's Facebook. Here's a meme. Watching CNN to get the, quote, facts is like watching Green Acres to learn about farming. That's like a multi-millionaire Republican came up with that because they thought it would like be impressive to like some fucking rednecks. And by the way, the Trillbillies reminded me after hearing one of their recent podcasts, the term redneck comes from coal miners in the union. And in mine workers union, you'd wear a red handkerchief, and that's where that term came from before people like me transmogrified it. This poor woman, Lisa Steadman, her husband died of COVID. Neither of them got vaccinated. I'm just going to wrap up. You know, we've been exploring mostly her Facebook page. And I'll just wrap up with this meme she posted a while ago. Many men have died for your freedom. You stand your ass up for the national anthem! Exclamation point. So, Lisa is many things. She posts something like that, you're a racist. So she's a Trump chud, a right-wing fundamentalist Christian, a person with poor diet and other bad health habits, and a brainwashed chud, right-wing chud. This has been Doom Planet, the Obituary Podcast, episode 62. We're on Twitter at Doomed Planet Pod, or doomplanetpod@gmail.com if you have any suggestions for me. Just doing this once a month this year. And unfortunately for Lisa, this episode was about her dead husband who caused himself needless suffering and also caused his friends and relatives needless suffering while also exposing many people to COVID, especially at his little fucknut Baptist church where no one wears a fucking mask. See you in September.